It's NBA action on EA Sports. Alongside the former Chicago Bulls guard, Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, these guys are ready to go.
And people at home can't see me right now, but I'm stretching my arms, I'm stretching my legs. This is going to be one fast-paced game. Let's get to it.
This booth is all stretched out. The players gearing up. Let's get ready for the opening tip. The Philadelphia 76ers begin the game with the basketball. Simmons to Embiid. It's blocked. Marcin Gortat calls out of bounds. Last touch by Marcin Gortat. Nice pass to set things up.
When J.J. Redick first came into the league with the Orlando Magic, people categorized him as just a three-point shooter. But it was his time with the Clippers where he really developed his game. He's added a lot of tools. Now, he's one of the most dynamic players at doing things off the dribble and also still knocking down that three-point shot.
Sixers controlling. Simmons to Butler. Surveys the floor. And Jimmy Butler knocks it down off the step back.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Beverly into the front court. Down 4. Harris. Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible, because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
Redick with it. Leads 4. Now Gallinari gets up there for the block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Sixers have it.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know just like I know you're not getting back on D.
Rises for the slam.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Nothing going here on that drive. Beverly to Tobias Harris. That's no good. Sixers have the basketball. Redick to Simmons. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers. Embiid to Butler. From the outside, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
And the front court comes Simmons. Up by 6. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Now Doc wants a timeout. His guys have come out flat. Slow start in this first quarter. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Beverly to Tobias Harris. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Just remember an old saying here. You're only as good as your last shot, and your last shot went in. So it's time to get going.
Butler gets it in the right corner to Butler. Jimmy Butler, 3 for 4. Good start. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
No good, but 2 shots coming up for Joel Embiid.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught, and number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
And hits the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws.
Easy layup.
Gilgeous-Alexander. To Gortat. He gets it.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
To Butler. Jimmy Butler looking good, 4 for 5.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
Gilgeous-Alexander to Gortat. Blocked by Butler. Add 2 points to the board. Corner 3 at the buzzer. We played a quarter of basketball here on New Year's Day. Jay and I are back after this. It's a special presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. LA Clippers with the basketball. Gilgeous-Alexander. Knocked loose. Sixers have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Gilgeous-Alexander. To Butler. The Sixers with 4 to shoot. Trying to cash in. No good.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
McConnell. To Butler. Nothing going here on that drive. Butler. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. You talk about forcing things up. Too much pressure that time. To Williams. Lou Williams. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
The legend of Lou Will continues, and it only gets better in time. He is instant offense, and we've seen that this year when he dropped 50 points on the Golden State Warriors in a win. From having mentors like Allen Iverson to some of the biggest rappers in the game, there's no doubt he is a compilation of mixtapes on the court.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Gilgeous-Alexander. Has a chance. The screen sets him up for 2.
I remember being on the set of ESPN on draft night when the Clippers got both Jerome Robinson and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And I was on the set with Patrick Beverly, and I remember asking PB, so what does this mean for your franchise that you drafted 2 guards? And he looked me right in the eye, and only the way PB could, and said that means they have to get in where they fit in, and they have to work for everything on this team. So safe to say, Shai has all the talent in the world, but he's going to learn how to work for it.
New blood coming in for both sides.
Substitutions, Philadelphia.
Simmons. And scores. Strong take. There's a toughness he learned under Tibbs at 2 stops, and no question that rubs off on younger players.
There is something that Jimmy Butler does that no other player in the NBA does. He gets into your psyche. He gets into your head each and every possession. He enjoys the process of the fight. Every single blow. There is a pleasure in the pain.
Redick with it. The lead is 15. To Embiid. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
No fading on that shot. Strictly up and down.
Fundamentals 101. Beverly to Bradley. It's denied by Embiid.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Philadelphia with the basketball to Simmons. Nothing going here on that drive. Five on the shot clock for Philadelphia. Butler. It's no good. Shots not going down. Rocking the rim.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Simmons to Butler.
Remaining in the second quarter.
Simmons to Butler. Here comes the screen. Butler for 2. Not that time.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short on the shot.
Whoa, what a finish.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Beverly to Bradley. To Tobias Harris. To Bradley. Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers. Butler buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Deep three at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
It's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The 76ers were the dominant team in that first half, without question. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Clippers may be in the building, but they did not show up for this game. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems, but I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. Field goals.
The Los Angeles Clippers definitely wouldn't mind having their opponent's field goal percentage. Unlike them, it's been 4 shots and poor effort. It was not a great half. The shooting was certainly worse in the opening quarter.
Player of the half.
Butler is up in the air swatting shots. When he's not doing that, he's down on the floor making steals. Who wouldn't be impressed by a first half like that?
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going.
Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
I'm here. I got ball.
Bradley. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with the steal.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Redick to Embiid. Joel Embiid. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
Old school equals high percentage.
Bradley to Tobias Harris. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4 to Bradley from long range. And Avery Bradley good there on the quick release.
Okay, I see you throwing the ball like a quarterback in the pocket for the touchdown.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Simmons to Butler. Has a look. Butler with a shot, no good.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Now a shot by Bradley, no good. Simmons into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Butler. And one. Embiid, good through the contact. And going to the line for a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Joel Embiid trying to cash in on the three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw good to cap off the three-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter. It's LA Clippers ball. Here comes the screen. Beverly to Gortat. Knocked loose. Sixers have it.
Ooh, I think people are leaving already.
To Redick. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Working and a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Beverly into the front court. His guys down big. To Bradley. Now a steal by Philly. To Simmons. The pass taken away by the Clippers. Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers. Simmons. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Sixers control it. Redick. No good, but two shots coming up for Joel Embiid.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose, but really good habits to gain.
First one, count it.
Substitutions.
Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair.
Got ball, that's me.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Won't go down.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
The pass taken away by the Clippers. Harris. They love this hustle. Finish that. Harris to Gilgeous-Alexander. To Williams. Down to 5 on the 24. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
I get tired of hearing guys say, I was there, I contested a shot, I pretty much had a hand in his face. Well, no, you have to change up the game. If a guy is right-handed, he is right eye dominant. Get that hand over his right eye, block his vision. That'll enhance his chances of missing the shot.
To Embiid. No good. No daylight. Great defense.
It's so important to instill confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's a player he thinks he is, and we all know he is.
That ends the third quarter, and a great start for the 76ers. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Sixers have the basketball. Simmons to McConnell. Here comes the screen. Sizing up the defense. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Beverly to Tobias Harris. Bradley shot no good. McConnell to Embiid. Redick, the drive, right to the basket. Joel Embiid. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
McConnell to Simmons. Out of bounds, off Ben Simmons. Substitution being made in this one.
For the Philadelphia 76ers, number 23, Jimmy Butler. And number 22, Wilson Chandler.
Beverly into the front court. Down a bundle. Knocked loose. Sixers have it.
I'm looking at the bench right now, and the coach is saying, keep pushing it, keep going.
Embiid, good for 2.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Assist from number 21, Patrick Beverly.
Here's Simmons with it up top. His guys holding the big lead. To Butler. Nothing going here on that drive. Shot from the lane won't go. Beverly into the front court. He'll run the offense. Bradley. To Tobias Harris. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Simmons, the pass taken away by the Clippers. Bradley to Tobias Harris. Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers. Right down the lane, but the shot won't go. To Tobias Harris. Here comes the screen. Blocked by Butler.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Simmons with it. Looking to make something happen. To Embiid. Missed a wide open look. Beverly lets it fly from long range, and Simmons the rebound.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, But when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, whew, that's a scary thing to watch.
Clippers have the basketball. Here comes the screen. Defense making the ball carrier work. Beverly to Tobias Harris. Trying to cash in. Deep two there, won't go. Screen coming. Simmons goes to the right side to Embiid. Gets a look, can't hit. Sixers have it. The Sixers are victorious as they win this one in very convincing fashion. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers won this matchup with a significant margin. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Clippers
Lost this game long before the final buzzer.
Losses like this become main discussion topics in the media. So hopefully this team is ready to answer the tough questions. It's not going to be fun. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. Steals. Player of the game.
Butler was just amazing in this game. What other word could you use for someone that played the kind of defense that shut down an entire team? Yeah, exactly. Amazing.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.